Dr. P. Mark Taylor, and I'm going to talk to you today about Education 637 and the progress that we're making in class today. Up to this point. You've grouped up and you are working towards getting the topic lined up and ready to roll. Sorry, I'm trying to share my screen. And let's see, I can pull up the right window. That's discussion. I just wanted to pull up the whole semester and see if I can get that to load, and then just talk about the overall schedule. You've already done assignments 1, 2, and 3, and you've done well, and you're moving along, and you're becoming experts, and you're working together, and that's a really big, important part of this class. So, good job. All right, that's you. Good job. Woo woo. Okay, so today's assignment that's due on the 14th is discussion with Dr. Taylor about the direction of your lit review process, and I want to know how it's helping every member in the group. Sometimes I'll get somebody who just sort of goes along with the group, and that's not useful because we're trying to work on your expertise. That's the goal of the class, and so it really needs to have a little bit of you in the project. So what I want to know is things like, are you having trouble finding some literature? What questions do you have about the process at this point? But I also want to know, what's your angle on this? Why is this topic good for you as an individual as well as a group? So give me reasons from your context, like my students, blah, 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 or at my school, we blah, blah, blah. And then I'll know that this really is important to you and that it's near and dear to your heart, and that makes it worthwhile. And that's important. And as you become more of an expert, we dabble in these things. I thought I was going to be an expert in gender equity early on in my doctoral career, and that was interesting. I dabbled, and then I moved on and I did my dissertation on something else. You may end up doing your dissertation on this. You may end up just learning how to be an expert, how to become an expert, how to know more, and just get practice at that, because it's the process that really matters, because you're going to face things in your career that you never expected to be an expert on, but you want to solve problems. This is how you do it. You gradually become an expert. You get into things on everything that's not your dissertation. You collaborate. So this assignment, this whole semester, is really about doing what you should be doing in your natural workplace, in your career. So I just want to know that it's moving in the right direction, that make sure it's helping you out, and to make sure I'm helping you out if you feel like you need some help along the way. Okay, now I'm just going to do a quick look forward. The next assignment 5, is audience selection. Yeah, so that's a matter of, you don't just write for yourself. That, journal reflection, that's great, but if you're passionate about what you're studying, you'll want to send a message to some people, and I'm going to have you choose who those people are and what avenues you will share. Then we're not going to be writing yet. Don't start writing until after I've looked at your annotated outline, which is assignment 6. You need to know where you're going, what parts you want in your overall paper, because you can get so lost in the details of what you're reading and writing that you miss the overall picture. And just like a lawyer coming into the courtroom, sometimes you play off what you read and change things, but sometimes you just set up the structure, set up the pieces, persuade through a cohesive argument, and that's what we're going for. So we want to get a good idea of the outline annotated with references, so we know that you're going to be able to support it with lots of facts. And then we'll have another discussion, just making sure you're still on track and you feel good about it. And then there's a rough draft of a manuscript. And by manuscript, I mean you're writing for a journal. And back on assignment 5, you picked the journal based on who reads the journal. And you're going to write for that journal. And the manuscript rough draft is due October 8th. The final version is due on the 16th. And then you're going to do a live presentation. So this is all about thinking about problems that you have to solve, becoming an expert, building up a message to share with other people about what you've learned, and then sharing it through presentation and through a manuscript. So that's what the class is about. We're just past the initial expert part of reviewing literature, and now you're on the discussion with me. So how can we discuss? Well, you can jot things down online. You can also text me. We can set up a phone conversation. We can set up a Zoom meeting. I'm using Zoom. Zoom.us is the website. But we can set up a Zoom live meeting and share things. But that is where we're going. That's where we're at. That's why we're doing what we're doing. And I hope I wasn't too redundant and say the word too much this time. All right. Have a good day. May God bless you. And always remember,